Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video, guys. Yesterday we did our 500 video on this channel, guys. Okay. Now, for some people it might not be a big deal, but for me it is a big deal to have done 500 videos, a little bit over a year. Okay, guys. By the way, I want to say thanks to all of our new subscribers, guys. Thank you guys for liking and sharing the content. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you're watching the content and you like 2 seconds of the content and you feel like we're doing a good job as far as motivating people to invest, right? By me sharing my portfolios, the ups and downs every day. Subscribe to the channel, like the content, and share the content. And also, in your own time, if you are an investor, encourage other people to invest. Okay, of course, let them know the risk, but encourage them to invest. Because I am 52 years old and I make video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So do not take this as financial advice. Because if you do, like I always say, you do at your own free risk. But the risk is completely yours, not mine. Okay, I'm already taking my risk, doing what I'm doing right now to invest in the future for my kids and my family. Okay, guys, because this is what we do here. Okay, so with that said, guys, let's get down to business. We're gonna rush through this. The market closed earlier, and for some reason, I was here looking at the time, like it's just 3:51, not knowing it's almost 5 o'clock, guys. But you can see uh, the debacle that happened with AWS outage and stuff like that. Even though it's back online, but there's still some issues. People still having problems. But that got nothing to do with us, right? We got nothing to do with us. We just here talking about what we do, okay, making money. Anyway, Amazon is still up to date, regardless of the issue they had. They're up. Amazon is the green, J&J, Aldi, Netflix, Google, Meta, Apple, Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Tesla, Exxon Mobil, CVX. I mean, a lot of companies out here are in the green today. In the red, we got Waste Management, Home Depot, Oracle, Nvidia, and pretty much it's a green day. Okay, it's a green day. So if you, this is the stuff that keep us motivated and want to invest because this, right, with all the crap that's going on, you're like, you know what? I think I'm making the right decision. It is what it is, guys. But do invest in your financial future because, like I tell you guys right now, if I was to lose my job tomorrow, right, I would be mad, I would be disappointed, right? But after all of that goes away, one thing I won't have to worry about is like how am I going to feed my family because my portfolio makes enough money to sustain me. Okay, guys, take a look at crypto. You think about that for a second while we go and take a look at crypto. Okay, now as you can see, Bitcoin is fighting its way back to $111,000, right? And someday, right, Bitcoin is gonna be like $1.1 million for one Bitcoin. It's coming, right? It's coming, but for now, it's $111,000. Ethereum is $3,990.85. Okay, BNB is still hanging in there at 1,100. Um, XRP 251. Solana is getting back up there, getting close to the $200 mark at $189.60 some cents. Okay, guys. So you guys can see this stuff. Excuse me, and you guys can take a look at this stuff on your own time. But I try my best to kind of go through this how we go through pretty much the stock news and crypto news, right? Just saying the costs and what things are, if it went down, it went up, that kind of stuff. Okay, so don't say, oh man, we got tired of listening to this stuff. Okay, Bitcoin market cap is $2.21 trillion. Okay, and look at the volume, man, $61 billion in the last 24 hours. If that's not crazy, I don't know what else to tell you guys. That is freaking ridiculous. Okay, $1 trillion in 24 hours. That is crazy. Not just one, but 60 something. $61 trillion. Is that right? $61.4 billion. Sorry. $61.4 billion in volume. 2.21 market cap. Trillion. That is ridiculous. Okay, guys? That is crazy. All right, so let's look at the portfolio real quick. As you can see, portfolio did decent today, normal hours, almost up 2%, and then we're up another 0.22% right now. So, I mean, we're almost 2% for the day, which is great, right? $51 a regular hour, and then another $7.61. Guys, this is my little portfolio here. It's doing good. Okay, now I have. Um, we're gonna talk about that later because you guys can see that from here. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that later. But I had some cash that was in this portfolio sitting here today, and of course I put that money into WPay. I think it was WPay. It was like $35, $40, whatever it came in. Was sitting there. I'm like, okay, let me put that into WPay. So I put that into WPay because right now all of my positions in here, I got one share in all of this stuff in here, which was my goal. Now that I got one share, WPay and BLOX are my two go-to. So I've been putting all of the extra funds that I have in there to get them up. As you can see, they're not up by much, right? $1.5889 that I won $2.97. This is my income play to generate income. And as the income coming, we're going to continue to buy these guys. When we start getting a couple $100 from them, then we're going to move to the other positions. But it's a slow process as we build this stuff up. My daughter tuition funds. Okay, and over here we also up to date another 2%. Was that 2% change in the portfolio? That is not bad. Um, $260, in gains. I mean, I know I say that all the time. So some people can be like, "Man, that's $200. What's $200?" But it's $200 that I didn't have to do nothing for. My money is working for me, okay? And we are now up. We are not down to 16%, okay? From was it like 20% a couple of days ago, or last week. Now we're down to 16.82%. So this thing gonna continue to grow because this now is a weekly. PLTY is weekly. I got to see what is gonna be paid this week. And then we're gonna go from there. I mean, the goal, right? My goal is my venture plan is to put this into WPay and just have these two guys do the thing. While I make the money back that we down and then transfer out of here. I might just end up selling everything and then move the money, which is gonna take like 3 or 4 days anyway to do this. But I think that's what I might end up doing. But this is coming back slowly but surely, and we're generating income in the process, guys. I don't know what else to tell you about that. We're generating income in the process, and it is a beautiful process. Okay. Now, this portfolio right here, I was able to transfer additional $500 into this portfolio. So now we have hit the $5,000 mark in this portfolio. Like I said, it haven't updated completely yet because I did that today. And once I got that, put that money in there, I spent the entire $500 purchasing WK. So I mean, I'm building that guy that's going to be distributing the money coming into this portfolio. Um, but that's what I did. I purchased WK in here, and we're just going to chill and let the money keep on rolling. Okay. Now, like I said, the goal is to get this thing to 6,000. Maybe, like I said, we still got 2 more months of payments. My daughter called me yesterday and said, "Daddy, the school sent me notice to pay my tuition." I was like, "Yeah, but we were supposed to pay that tuition like a couple months ago. Now I have to pay double the amount." The kids don't understand how to do it, right? So I'm like, "What happened if I didn't have money to pay the tuition? What will you do? You get kicked out of school. So all you have to do is say, Pops, we got to pay this stuff. I'm going to call you tonight and we can make the payments." But no, these kids, man, I don't know what to say about them. But, hopefully, she can call me whenever she gets ready so we can make the payments. Because I'm not going to chase after her to do what I'm doing for her, right? That she got to take responsibility and show that willingness and to do what she needs to do. So we're going to be getting this thing up to another $1,000 in here pretty soon. And once I get that thousand, I have to feel it, right? If the portfolio perform like it has been doing, we getting 4,000 here, 6,000 there, for the next couple of weeks. I believe I can pull, 1,000 to get this to 6,000, and maybe pull a couple thousand into the other portfolio to get that up to like 5,000. And then, at the same time, paying her tuition. So this tuition is still getting paid. And what I've been thinking about doing, like I told you guys before, is to sell some of my positions to bring down my margin, to give her some margins because I can't really use it anyway at this point because I have to wait. But this number right here, right? I can throw another 1,000 in there. Hopefully, if not next week, it'll be the week after, right? Once we get that distributions come in, I can move some stuff around to throw another 1,000 in here and increase this amount also. Because I don't want to do one and the other one still far behind. I'm trying to do it, gradually get them together. I'm about to take a trip to Africa also. So before I do all that, right, I gotta build these things up, right? I gotta build them up right, build them up the right way. So I still got another $2,700 to get this to six. The portfolio I think is less than $900. And guys, I'm saying all this thing, right? I was looking at it the other day. I'm like, I haven't met my requirements yet for the year in my Roth, right? So I still have to contribute to my Roth because I haven't met the requirement yet for the year. So I think I only put like $1,000 in there or $700. So I still got like another $7,000 that I need to invest into that portfolio. Probably, and also in these Roth, I have to put money in there also. So I mean, I got the rest of this year, which is not a lot, and then till I think I can put money in there until tax, right before tax time. So I mean, I still got like 3 or 4 months, 5 months, to max those accounts. Okay, guys, but this is what we got right now in this portfolio. And then my big boy portfolio, like I said, we did real good today. This thing, when I logged into this thing and looked at it, because I had to run her this morning, take Evie to school. And when I got back, I logged into this thing. I was like, oh, because I was expecting to be one of those days, where we get another hit, right? But to my surprise, we did decent. We would have gained back some of the money, as you can see, it's at 6,000 some dollars, which is not bad, right? In the portfolio, it's just growth, guys. This is growth. It's got nothing to do with distributions, right? And even though, like I said, I get money coming to this portfolio every day. It could be $1, it could be $2, it could be 15 cents, it could be 20 cents. Okay, but I have money coming into this portfolio every single day. Okay, I got a 1 penny here, another 2 penny there, 9 cents there. It's guys. I just, I'm gonna say I love my job, but it's not work. I mean, if you gotta check your portfolio for 1 hour, 2 hours a day, and don't have to do nothing else, and then go sit on the beach or go to the park and just, if you have extra money to watch the serious market take a dump, and you can spend some more money buying some stuff, if that's a job, I think you can hire me for that job. Okay, because this is me pretty much taking care of my stuff. This is my own stuff. This is not somebody else's stuff I have to clock in. This is my own stuff. Okay? So on a day like today, we up 6,000. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, or the day after, or the day after, right? But today we in a positive. So that's good. Okay? And that's all I can say. That's good. So from an overall standpoint, right? We look at all the other portfolio stuff for the card portfolio. And this thing is still it's slow but sure. It's getting back there. Okay. But from an overall perspective, this thing we are down 500 $56,885. I mean, this is close. I mean, it's not as 100% accurate, but it is close to where we are as far as the negative amount in the portfolio. Now, don't get me wrong. I still got some stuff that got $30,000, $40,000, you know, that's bad in negative. But once we sell those products, it's gonna offset itself, right? And then we're gonna be back to where we need to be, and the negative amount is gonna go down. You know, maybe 3 or 4 thousand, 5,000 or 10,000. I think that's better than having, you know, 200, 300,000 in there. I have another 65-ish thousand dollar worth of positions that I've been thinking about selling. I'm kind of keeping my eye on it, um, hoping it will recover a little bit. Because if it does recover a little bit, that would be great for the portfolio. Um, that way we can. We're gonna end up selling it anyway, Coney. But I wanted to recover anyway from some of the losses that we had out there. So we'll see. You know how much these weeklies gonna do. It might be good for your max, but I don't know. Okay, like I said, I got a handful of things. You know, maybe 4 or 5 things that decent. The rest of that are crappy. You know, they give you high yield, high distributions to drag you in, and then boom, they pull that rug from under you. So, you know, everybody got their own feelings and stuff about that. I'm just telling you how I feel about it, okay? So it's not professional advice. It just me from a solo investor who invests my money into the product, and I've lost a lot of money into the product. And that's like I'm putting money in there and doing nothing else. I just put in there and let it sit there, right? And reinvest some of the stuff from the distributions. And some of them works out, yes, and some of them didn't. So that's all I'm saying. So take it for what it is, okay? Um, but other than that, I think we're in good shape uh, as we continue to build generational wealth. Okay, I've been into apartments, looking at lands and stuff, guys. I'm telling you guys. Next year, I think like how I build up these money, the income coming in. I mean, all I gotta do is put money aside for 3 or 4 months to buy some land, whether it's 50 grand or it's 100 grand or 180 grand. I mean, I don't have to do long. If I'm bringing in 20 grand a month, right? I just gotta save for 5 or 6 months, and I'll have cash to buy some land, right? And then we're not trying to. It's not like we're trying to build tomorrow. We can build later on. So having the property now, sitting there, coming with ideas what to do. I know I want to build duplexes, maybe small apartments, um, but something to balance out, what we're investing in the market. But as you can see, guys, December looks like it's going to be a big month for us, even though we already at 20 grand already. So we already beat this number. We're at 20 grand already for the month, and we still got 2 more weeks to go to collect some money. So this thing here, of course, this is just based on the old estimate, but next month it should adjust based on everything we receive. And then we got 5 weeks in this month, and next the other months have 4 weeks. So that also show a different number. And it's kind of hard to keep up with that sometimes, but it is what it is, guys. Okay, it go up and down. Right now in the 10-year mark, we're looking at $5.6 million a year. And guys, let's say I'm 52 right now. So if I was to do this for another 25 years, guys, we're gonna have $292 million. If I go to stay investing in this extreme high yield stuff, right? That is crazy. Okay. And look at this. $1 billion. Your boy gonna be a billionaire. Okay. Can you imagine me being a billionaire, old man? I mean, we got a lot of old guys running around here, a billionaire. I mean, but that's crazy. That means I'm gonna have a billionaire family, a billionaire kids. Guys, that's why I said this right here. I like this tracker because it does motivate you, right? And you see, right? We took 5 years out of that. We're down to 301 million. Okay, 301 million. But if we go back to 25 years, look at that thing put us in the 1 billion mark. That was the longer you invest, the more the more money you get. Okay, so we're gonna go down to 15 years, and let's see, $74 million. That's still a lot of money. Okay, having a net worth not a network, having a portfolio value at $74 million plus, all the other stuff. Because right now, I have other businesses, but the goal is this portfolio to take care of us. Once we get this thing going to where we feel comfortable, it's going to take care of us. We're going to start working on the other stuff. We should go back to doing real estate where I started from and building more multifamily real estate. We don't want to buy nothing. I want to buy nothing. We want to build. And the reason why, because that would give me something to do whenever I decide at that point to leave work or I lose a job. That would give me something to do and my family. That would be the whole family thing, right? Kids can come from school and go to work. My wife, if I do get married, she can go to work. All those things. So she got to work for nobody else. She work for me. Okay. So that's all. That's the plan they'll put into that. So by the time the kids get to where they're old enough, can be running their own business. So 10 years, 15 million, almost $60 million in just the portfolio. That's crazy. Like I said, once I think I will feel more comfortable, not just my portfolio, but when I get to the net worth of 5 million, I will feel more comfortable. I will feel like I've made it when I get to 5 million, even though for some people that just a sneeze in the bucket. But for me, I think it's a lot, right? And you know what? In 5 years, we'll be close to $3 million in the market estimated. And then the real estate portfolio, who knows where they're going to be, right? That might be 10 million, 15 million, who knows? But we're going to see how they're going to work out. Okay, guys, I know I've been yapping too much. I get excited when I start talking about real estate and talking about money. But guys, it's been another amazing day. I hope you guys are doing good in the market or did good in the market today and got a good amount of money coming in on Friday. Tomorrow, I get some money coming tomorrow. I get some money coming on Tuesday. No, actually, I got money coming in today, which came in. I got money coming in tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. It's not a lot, guys. It's not a lot, right? Sometimes 300, sometimes 1 penny, sometimes it's $1. But once we build that thing up to where you go from 1 cent, 2 cents to 50 cents to 75 cents to 99 cents to where you start getting $1, $2, that's where the real numbers come in, right? Of course, I got a lot of positions, so my stuff is spread out. But some people got 5, some people got 10, and it make it easier to build it faster than mine when I have 50 in one portfolio, 80 in another portfolio. It takes a while, especially when I'm trying to spread that stuff out, right? But that's just how I feel comfortable doing it, and it works for me. So you figure your own strategy and do what works for you. Okay, guys. With that said, have an amazing, amazing day, and we're gonna do this again tomorrow. Okay, so peace out. I love you guys.